it's Susan Walsh, the classification guru here in my data den, and it's my 3-year anniversary, as you know, so I thought I would give you my top 3 tips on a good taxonomy. Now, the first thing I would say is check if your taxonomy is either too detailed or not detailed enough. Now, this will very much depend on the type of data that you have in your invoice line description. So if you have lots of nice detail like pens, pencils, papers, keyboards, laptops, etc., then you can go to that level of detail and you should have a taxonomy that reflects that. If, however, you only have a supplier name or you have very limited information such as IT equipment, office supplies, then you would need a more simplistic taxonomy. Otherwise, you have a whole load of options in there that you can't use within the classification process. The other thing I would say is that you might not think that you want a lot of detail in your in your reporting, even if you have it in your data. I would always suggest that you classify with too much detail rather than not enough, because at least it's there and you don't use it. But if you decide further down the line that you do want more detail, you would then have to reclassify everything. So by doing it at the start, it might seem a bit like a wasted exercise, but actually it's better to have too much information than not enough. And maybe if you do have a problem, it helps you deep dive a little bit further. So that would be my first tip. Secondly, I would say make sure that you don't have any duplications in there. So do you have IT consultancy under IT, or do you have it under professional services, or do you have it under both? That can happen with HR services as well. So make sure that you have it in one place, because although you might know that it sits under consultancy services or professional services, you might have a colleague who's putting it under IT. So when you're reporting on that, you're not getting your full picture. So it's all about consistency. So just have a check through your taxonomy and make sure that you don't have the same option in multiple places. The other thing I would say is keep it all consistent. So don't have a mixed taxonomy where you have some areas that are really detailed and some that are not. Either have it all detailed or all generic and simple, and that will be much better for in terms of reporting, in terms of how your team are classifying their data and how you can report the information. So that's my top 3 tips. I would love to hear if you have any more tips or if you have any questions. Please don't hesitate to put them in the comments below. Thanks very much.